We're excited to bring it to you. Rockford inbounds. Swings it over to number 12, Joshua Bascom. 5 with a look, and it's down. Eli Wolf starts the scoring for the Rams. 3-0 Rams. RJ Chapman going to bring it up. Drew Kenny swings it over, and CJ Reynolds with the ball in the corner. CJ still with it in the corner. Going to get a foul on number 24, Jacob Bascom, to start the fouls. An incredible environment here to start the game. Both student sections up. Very, very loud. Just a great environment on a Tuesday. Everything you want, high school basketball late in the season. This is the Falcons' 14th contest of the year. I believe the 15th contest of the year. Rams' 16th contest. CJ gets up a 3, misses it along the basket, and we're going to get a foul on Jay Cook over the back. 2 fouls early in the first minute and 9 seconds of the clock. So yeah, a lot to play for here. OK Red on the line, along with seating, bragging rights, everything that you want. And obviously an incredible finish to the last time these two matched up. That was at Rockford, and that came down to the very last second with CJ Reynolds making a layup to end that game. Drew Kenny with a little tip, and out to RJ Chapman, who brings it up in the secondary break. Going to go all the way to the hole. Almost got fouled. He's going to make the layup, and RJ starts the scoring for the Falcons. 2-3. And we anticipate a tight one. 2 really, really good teams. 2 teams that have taken care of a lot of really quality opponents. Rockford took East Lansing to overtime right here in this gym at the Gotta Get It Classic. That's Bascom again with the ball, and we're going to get a call on the ground. It looks like it's going to be Sammy McCung. And it is. Sammy McCung gets called for the check. Rockford's going to take it out of bounds. Eli Wolf going to inbound it for the Rams. Yeah, and it's a lot of fun to watch these two operate. 2 really efficient teams on offense. 2 teams that play great defense, hard defense, a lot of athleticism on the floor. Just high-quality basketball, high-quality opponent here, and a great test for the Falcons here mid-season. It's one of those OK Red classics. We're going to get another rebound foul. I believe that was on 12, Joshua Bascom. The Falcons look for someone to inbound, and Sammy McCung is going to come back and stand right on the A, and Falcons inbound it to RJ Chapman. Team's coming in pretty healthy, which is great. Great to see it this time, as Rockford looks like they line up in the 1-3-1 zone. Falcons look to get in the corner, get it to the elbow, try to work those zone areas. Every zone looks the same from the corner, so you try to get it there and then see what you can do from there. Short corner, RJ Chapman all the way to the rim. RJ with 2 straight buckets for the Falcons. Falcons lead 4-3. Wolf brings it down for the Rams. High pick and roll. Wolf all the way in the lane. Gets contact and gets it to go. A high skill play there by Eli Wolf. That is not easy to do. Someone that's taller than you, go up into their body, create space, and then find a way to get it off the glass and into the basket. That is really good stuff. This is 3 opponents in a row now that have zoned the Falcons. The first 2, the Falcons were able to take care of them and get the win. Jay Cook in the corner. But again, it's just a little bit easier when you get that zone a couple nights in a row. RJ Chapman with the rebound and gets the bucket. And it looks like a quick timeout by Rockford. We're going to come right back after this, right here from the Falcon News Network. And we're back here from Falcon Fieldhouse. A little action from the student section here coming out of the break. A lot of energy in the crowd here. And it is technically a whiteout for the Falcons. Students all in white tonight. As Rockford brings in a couple new players. This is Jace Apako Aguiman bringing the ball down the floor. Jace passes to Eli Wolf. Swings it back over to Jace. Pick and roll. That's Jacob Bascom on the turnover. Up to Jay Cook. Jay Cook can't quite handle it. Looking for an outlet. Gets out to Drew Kenny, and RJ starts the offense for the Falcons. Inbound pass to Drew Kenny, who handles it. Very athletic play by Drew Kenny to get it in the basket there. Handled it, was able to keep the ball above all those guards, swatting at the ball, and got it up and in. Falcons 8, Rockford Rams 5. Jace with the ball out on the perimeter. Looks for a screen from Bascom, doesn't get it. Back to Bascom. Bascom driving, tough shot across the lane, doesn't get it. RJ Chapman with another rebound, quick out to CJ Reynolds, thought about a three, into the hole, and it's a dunk for CJ Reynolds. And this place is rocking and rolling. Wow, a lot of energy here in the building. That was unbelievable to start the game. 10-5, Falcons. First foul on Drew Kenny here as we just take a deep breath after some incredible action to start this game. Number 3, Chase pitch at the line, shooting 2. Gets the first of 2 free throws. And you can tell everybody in the building wants this one. The Falcon student section and everybody in the crowd are really looking for to bring a lot of energy here. As the referees reset the lane and give Chase the second of 2 free throws. Chase gets the second one to go, and it is 10-7, Falcons lead. RJ Chapman inbounds to CJ. CJ over to Lovelady. Lovelady to Jay Cook. Alley-oop. Sammy McCung slams it down, and the Falcons are in rhythm. And you can tell, you can just kind of feel it when this team starts to get in rhythm. Their defense starts to give them more energy, starts to create some offense. Their passing gets better. Everything just kind of starts to flow. Another turnover for the Falcons. RJ Chapman with the ball now as he slows it down and gets the Falcons ready to go for another possession. RJ swings it over to Jay Cook. Jay Cook swings it to CJ. Kari Lovelady did check into the game for the Falcons, so Kari is now one of your guards. Off the ball right now as RJ looks to inbound to CJ, doesn't like it, spins, kicks it out, one more kick. Kari thought about a three, didn't get it, swings it over. CJ Reynolds collects the loose ball. Asks for a pick from Sammy McCung, doesn't get it. Comes out to Rockford, and Eli Wolf with the quick rebound, and the run out, gets fouled. Doesn't make it, but he's going to go to the line to shoot 2 free throws. Foul is on Sammy McCung. I believe that is his second. So that is his second foul of the day. And Eli Wolf will shoot 2 free throws. Eli misses the front end of the 1-and-1 as Rockford participates in a line change here. Number 10, Carter Drolema in the game for the Rams. And it looks like Jackson Tabor also in the game for the Falcons. As Eli Wolf makes the second of 2 free throws, Rockford 8, East Kentwood 12. Rockford comes out in a press here. Looks like it's a quick trap press. 3 guys below the free throw line. There's got to be some windows out down the court. And RJ finds CJ. CJ goes up and over with another incredible dunk. And all of a sudden, man, the Falcons are playing above the rim tonight. This is fun to watch. And the student section it feels like they're going to break the railing there on the front of the student section. As Rockford gets it into the hole, Eli Wolf out for a 3 and silences the crowd with a 3-pointer. called for a technical foul after the three-pointer. I don't exactly know what happened. I couldn't see it. Didn't see what happened there, but it looks like the Falcons are going to get 2 free throws and the ball on a technical foul. Had to have been to the reaction to the three-pointer, but again, I didn't see it. So the ref was quick on the technical foul, though, and RJ misses the front end of 2 free throws. Again, Falcons up 14-11. Rockford bringing a lot of students here tonight. East Kentwood with the entire student section up, as RJ makes the second of 2 free throws. And the Falcons will get the ball out of bounds. And it's going to be Kari Lovelady to inbound it. RJ will start at the top of the key. CJ Reynolds on the left wing, Jay Cook on the right wing, and Jackson Tabor in the middle. And the Falcons will start the offense. Quick drive by RJ Chapman in the hole. Looks for a pass. Can't find anybody, so out to CJ Reynolds. Falcons really playing with a lot of energy here. This is probably the most energy I've seen them to start a game all year. A lot to play for here for both teams. Jay Cook in the lane gets fouled by Eli Wolf, I believe, number 5. We're going to see who it's on. It's on number 10, Carter Drolema. And Jay Cook will go to the line to shoot 2. 5 fouls for the Falcons, 4 fouls for the Rams. Both teams getting close to the bonus. Rams already in the bonus as Jay Cook makes the front end of the 1-1. The Falcons will mess with the lineup a little bit. They're putting Kari Lovelady down to get a block out, and Jackson Tabor all the way back to prevent the quick run out as Jay Cook makes the second of 2 free throws, and the Rockford Rams are going to bring the ball up. Jace with the ball, swings it over to number 22, Drew Forwarda. Forwarda with the ball. Steps out of bounds, Falcon basketball. Kari Lovelady, just an absolute spark plug off the bench. Brings great intensity, great energy, and just a phenomenal defensive presence. And really plays a lot older than he is. Just a sophomore, but plays with great maturity, too. Never too much, never forces it. Just gets in the right play and does the right thing. As speaking of guys that get in the right play, RJ Chapman, CJ Reynolds bringing the ball down, and Rockford will set up again in the 1-3-1 zone. Falcons looking to take advantage of those corners, take advantage of the elbow, the short corner, those areas where that 1-3-1 might be a little bit suspect. That cross-court pass from one wing to the other block. Always a little area to exploit in the 1-3-1. RJ from the corner doesn't get it. Jackson Tabor with a phenomenal rebound. And they'll reset. CJ Reynolds out with the ball as the Falcons look for the last shot, up 6. And you can just kind of feel it in the air here, a little electricity. This rivalry just kind of brings out an extra little piece of effort here out of both teams as CJ swings it to Jay Cook. 10 seconds on the clock. Steal by Wolf. Jay Cook avoids the foul. No foul, and Eli Wolf finishes it with 2 seconds left. And that'll end the first quarter. An unbelievable quarter of action here from Falcon Fieldhouse. And we will bring you right back after the end of the break. Score 17-13. See you in a second.
What's up, Falcon fans? It's your girl, Erica. And if you want to catch all the action from the sports, activities, and events happening at EK, then use the QR code to subscribe to Falcon News Network on YouTube and follow us on Instagram. Your support means so much to us, and we are excited to show you all of the amazing things happening at East Kentwood. Now, let's flip it back to the game.
Gallant gourds, grandiose grains, bountiful.
Second quarter of action between the Rockford Rams and the East Kentwood Falcons. Rockford going to inbound it. That is Bascom inbounding to Eli Wolf. Kari Lovelady defending the points. CJ Reynolds now defending Jace. Number 2, Dylan Gross. Out and then back in. Eli Wolf with a long three that misses long. Rebound out to RJ Chapman. Out to CJ Reynolds. Doesn't get the foul. And a quick rebound by Rockford. Out to Jace. Jace to number 12, Josh Bascom. Can't get it to go. Ball tipped around. Out to Eli Wolf. Tipped around again. And it is out to East Kentwood out of bounds. Wow, every piece of action here, just a lot of energy each. And every possession is important as CJ came up limping a little bit. He's hurting. Yeah, he's got to sit down there. Yeah, he's going to have to sit down, and it looks like we're going to bring the trainer out to take a look at CJ. And we're going to take a break here and be right back from... All right, we are back here from Falcon Fieldhouse, and CJ Reynolds needed a little help to get off the court. Hopefully he's okay. And we're going to restart the action. Dow in the game for the Falcons. Replacing CJ Reynolds. Jackson Tabor up top. Flips it to Jay Cook, who gets denied the middle of the court. And a hold called, I believe, on number 2, Dylan Gross. And the Falcons are going to get the ball out of bounds. Just a great matchup. It looks like Rockford's going to come out in a man defense. They're going to try to switch and make sure that the Falcons can't get anything easy out of the inbound, and the Falcons are going to call timeout. And this is going to be, I believe, a 30-second timeout. We'll be right back in 30 seconds. All right. We are back here from Falcon Fieldhouse after that 30-second timeout. Falcons still to inbound it. And as we get going in this matchup, teams trying to feel each other out. Sometimes that means not very much offense in the first quarter. That was not the case in this game. A lot of offense and a lot of good offense from both teams. As we begin the second quarter, we'll see what Coach Thomas drew up on the baseline out of bounds here. Flips out to Dow. Doesn't get it. Bascom with the quick interception, and Rockford on the run out. Bascom baseline. Flips it to number 12, Joshua Bascom, and no foul. Ball goes out of bounds. Rockford bench looking for a call, but it's going to go out of bounds to Rockford. So they'll maintain possession here, but refs let them play a little bit in this second quarter. We've had a few heavy contact situations down underneath the basket, and no calls either way, so we will play on. Jace with the ball on the outside. Swings it around to Dylan Gross. And we get a hold on it, I believe, Jackson Tabor on the inbound pass. Rockford will work the baseline out of bounds now as the Falcons will most likely stay in man defense. Get everybody matched up and make sure you deal with screens. Guys crossing the court. Nice job by Jackson Tabor to flip it out of bounds. The Rams will maintain possession. A lot of folks turned out tonight to watch some basketball. A little nicer night to drive around. and a Tuesday where don't have as much going on, so you come out and watch some hoops. We got the girls playing next against the Rockford Rams as well. As Rockford misses the three, Dylan Gross on the rebound, doesn't get it, but gets fouled. I believe the call is going to be on Jay Cook. It is. That's going to be his second of the game. So fouls starting to rack up a little bit for the Falcons. Sammy McCung with 2, Jay Cook with 2. So it's not always the easiest to survive a game with this much physicality and keep everybody in the game and keep your lineups flowing. But sometimes you just got to make sure that you don't get guys into too much foul trouble early here, as it looks like I believe the Falcons are going to make another sub here. This is Majak in the game, and we're going to take Jay Cook out. So a big lineup for the Falcons with Jackson, Dow, and Majak. 3 really tall individuals, with RJ probably still bringing the ball up, and then Kari Lovelady on the floor as well. Kari with the rebound. Out to RJ. RJ Chapman starts with Jackson Tabor in the post on his side. 3 Falcons to the other side. Ball deflected. Out to the Rams. Turnover by the Falcons. Out to Eli Wolf. Eli Wolf flips it to Gross, and Gross makes the 3. Tie ball game, 17 all. Falcons just looking to get back into that rhythm here that we had in the middle of the first quarter. Haven't gotten it yet. Rockford done a good job on defense. And Kari Lovelady with a difficult shot. Rims in and out. Ball out to Eli Wolf, and Rockford will slow it down. As Coach Cloud makes a call, and ball gets handed off to Basham, who is working one-on-one on the baseline and does a great job there against Majak, and he goes up and in. Rockford with the lead, 19-17. And Kari will start the offense for the Falcons. Again, Falcons looking to develop a little bit of rhythm on offense. Got to get that ball movement and body movement. Get some people moving around. Jackson Tabor looking to go baseline. Rockford shows up and help side. Can't make the play. Jackson ends up with the ball, and a foul on number 12. That's going to be a foul on Josh Bascom. That's his second foul. And the second on the Rams for this quarter. Kari Lovelady will take the ball out of bounds. Rams doing really good with this baseline out of bounds defense. The Falcons are going to have to find a way around this. As the ball gets flipped up to RJ Chapman, he's in the lane, tries to make it happen, gets fouled, and almost converts the three-point play. And he's going to go to the line here to shoot 2 free throws, try to make it a tie ball game. Right now, both teams going at the opposing team's student section, so maybe makes it a little bit harder to operate, a little harder to shoot these free throws. As RJ Chapman has no problem, makes the front end of 2 free throws. Falcons going to stick with this lineup for a little bit longer. Again, trying to avoid too much foul trouble here in this middle of this second quarter. Tried to survive the storm a little and make sure that we're all in the right spot here as we move through the middle of the second quarter. Tie ball game, 19-19, Eli Wolf guarded by Dow. Nice job staying in front of him. Eli Wolf doing a great job of handling the ball for the Rockford Rams. That's good defense to be able to stand in front of him. Kari almost with the steal, and Majak almost got that block, but it looks like he's going to be called for the foul. And it is. That is his first and the Falcons' third foul of the game. 3 fouls for both teams. And number 22, Drew Ferwerda, will go to the line to shoot 2 free throws. Drew misses the front end of 2 free throws, and the game remains tied here. Misses both free throws, but the rebound gets out to Eli Wolf, and he recollects it and starts the offense for the Rams. Rams looking for some space. 3 guys away from Eli Wolf. Just 1 Ram on his side. Ball gets flipped out to Jace, who tries the tough shot, doesn't get it to go. Kari Lovelady on the rebound, and Kari Lovelady comes out to start the offense for the Falcons. Flips it over to Jackson Tabor. Looking for some rhythm on offense here. The Falcons, little pick and roll there by Jackson and RJ. RJ trying to create space. Over to Majak. Jock to Dowdow. Dowdow out to Jackson Tabor. Jackson Tabor looking for some space again. And ball comes out to RJ. RJ goes baseline. Good job with the help side defense by the Rams. And a foul on number 24, Jacob Bascom. Going to be a foul on the floor. That is his second foul. So a lot of important players here with 2 fouls in this game now. So we're going to see how both coaches handle that. It looks like Carter Drollman is going to come into the game for Jacob Bascom. Kari Lovelady going to inbound it for your Falcons. Looking for an open man. Flips it out to Jackson Tabor. Jackson Tabor working on number 2 from the Rams. He gets the rebound and up and in. Jackson Tabor finds a way to finish that one. And the Falcons take a 2-point lead. Some absolutely incredible action here in the first half. Like really just kind of a lot of energy in that first quarter. Both teams have settled in, started to play some good defense as Eli Wolf makes another incredible layup there. Get across the lane and then up and in. And then a quick steal by Jace on Kari Lovelady. Jace gets fouled by Kari Lovelady, and he's going to go to the line to shoot 2. A tough turnover there from your Falcons, 93 feet from the basket. And a close game as we expected here as we move through the later parts of the second quarter. 3:22 to go in this one. Tie ball game. Rams and Falcons. Jace Apaku-Agaman makes the front end of 2 free throws. And Rockford with a few changes. It looks like number 2, Dylan Gross, is going to come out of the game, replaced by number 3, Chase Pitch. And Jace makes the second of 2 free throws, and we have a 2-point lead for the Rams. RJ Chapman going to bring the ball down here and start the offense for the Falcons. RJ with an incredible little crossover there. Gets in the lane, gets fouled. Going to get a chance to shoot 2 free throws for the Falcons. Fouls on number 10, Carter Drollman, his second. So Drollman with 2. And Bascom, Jacob Bascom with 2. As RJ lines up the front end of a 1-and-1 and makes the front end of the 1-and-1 for the Falcons to make it a 1-point game. You can kind of just feel it in the air in the school here today as people were walking through classes. Like we knew this was going to be a big one, both the girls and the guys game. And it's just fun to have a little bit of energy in school on what would have been a sleepy Tuesday in February, just to have that. Just a little bit of boost to get through the day and know that there's going to be a bunch of students at this basketball game cheering on their Falcons. Tie ball game here, 23-all. As a great pass by Pitch, and it's going to be a goaltend for the Falcons. Falcons playing way above the rim there. Dow with a block, but it came off the rim first. Dow and Majak were way up there. Tough to shoot over those two. You got to get it off the glass so you can get that goaltend as the Rams take a 25-23 lead. Rams starting a zone. 2-high zone here now for the Rams. They were in a 1-3-1 earlier, and now it looks like they're trying to put some pressure on the ball once the ball gets swung to one of those wings. RJ Chapman lines up a 3 and makes it. That's how you break the zone, folks. Sometimes you got to shoot your way out of it. They're doing a really good job of pressuring the ball and taking away those passing lanes. So you got to shoot and rebound against the zone. As Rockford brings the ball down the court. Forwarder with the ball, kicks it out to Wolf. Wolf with a 3, just a little bit short, rattles off the iron, and it's going to go out to the Falcons with a 1-point lead and the ball with 2:13 to go in the second quarter. Kari Lovelady going to inbound it to RJ Chapman. And the Rams are going to again, oh, nope, it looks like they're going to switch the defense to the 1-3-1. They just switched from the 2-3 to the 1-3-1. Looking for a little more pressure on the point. Not double teaming. And again, those blocks and those short corners and those elbow areas are really good against that 1-3-1. They found a way to get into that short corner, and Jackson makes them pay. Really good. Bascom back in the game. And both Bascoms back in the game here for the Rams. And the Falcons keeping this lineup of Majak, Kari, RJ, Jackson, and Dow as Jackson tries to finish the three-point play. And a great job by Jackson, and the Falcons have a 4-point lead. Falcons coming out in an extended kind of three-quarter court 1-2-2 press. Looks like they're going to flip to man defense. Once Rockford got the ball over half court and got into the offense, did a good job of transitioning that. Sometimes that's hard to go from that zone pressure to that man defense and get matched up correctly. Falcons did a good job there. Jackson with some great pressure. Rebounded Dow, but Dow can't handle it. Turns the ball over. Rams are going to keep it. Coming out of bounds here. And Dylan Gross is going to enter the game. Going to take out Chase Pitch. Falcons in the bonus. 5 fouls on the Rams, 4 fouls on the Falcons. So both teams about to be in the bonus. A lot of switching going on for the Falcons as the Rams run a shooter through a few screens. See if they can get somebody open. They do. It's Jace out for 3, and he makes them pay. A beautifully executed baseline out of bounds there. Got to try to switch those screens there when you're running through more than 2 in the key like that. You either got to really lead him through those screens or you got to try to switch them. 1-3-1 for Rockford. It's like maybe just a little bit more pressure again. Falcons looking to exploit those short corners and those elbows. Ball deflected by Wolf out to the Falcons. And with 57 seconds left, Jackson Tabor will take the ball out of bounds. Out to Kari Lovelady. And the Rams will play some man defense now with 51 seconds left. See if the Falcons hold for the last shot. Kari Lovelady all the way up and around. Can't get it to go. Falcons got to get back on defense. Rockford with numbers. Can't tell who has it. Comes out to Wolf. There's a lot of bodies in there, and Wolf ends up with it, and Rockford will probably wait for the last shot here. Down 1 in this, turning into a classic. Just a classic year for the Rams and the Falcons. A tight game that came down to the very last moment in the first matchup. And now a 1-point game going into halftime here as the Rams hold for the last shot. Eli Wolf's going to start the offense with 10 seconds left. Flips it over to Gross. Gross up. Misses just a little bit long. Kari Lovelady with a great rebound. Gives it the half-court look. Almost makes it. And that's going to be your halftime. Falcons 29, Rams 28. We will join you for the second half here from Falcon Fieldhouse.
What's up, Falcon fans? It's your girl, Erica. And if you want to catch all the action from the sports, activities, and events happening at EK, then use the QR code to subscribe to Falcon News Network on YouTube and follow us on Instagram. Your support means so much to us, and we are excited to show you all of the amazing things happening at East Kentwood. Now, let's flip it back to the game.
Gallant gourds, grandiose grains, bountiful berries, stunning starches. These are the luscious fields cultivated by the EKHS Garden Club. Here at East Kentwood, our goals are to strengthen our ecosystems, interact with local wildlife, build a community, and make our schools beautiful. Support our school and enrich yourself with knowledge and experience by joining the EK Garden Club.
Hey Falcon fans, you may not be playing tonight, but you can still score.
Help us and our awesome custodial staff keep our facilities clean.
Do what you can to put your waste in the appropriate recycling or trash bins.
We love our school, and we know you do too, so please help us keep it clean.
Oh man. Oh man, oh man. Not again. Yeah, I learned the game from William Wesley, you can never check me. Back to back for the that didn't get the message. Back to back like I'm on the cover of Lethal Weapon. Back to back like I'm Jordan 96, 97. Whoa, very important and very pretentious. When I look back, I might be mad that I gave this attention. Yeah, but it's weighing heavy on my conscience. Yeah, if you left the boy no options, I wanna see my go insane.
Fun, smiles, and laughter. These are all things we can maintain in a safe environment. Our culture on silence needs to come to an end. The incident you witnessed that escalated could have been reported.
Although you may have fear, it can be prevented with the goal of OK to Say. With OK to Say, students can confidentially report tips on potential harm.
Anyone can submit a tip, even you. OK to Say is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. If you're ever concerned about a friend or a situation, speak up.
It's your time to take action against harmful behavior. Call 855-OK to Say or text OK to Say to 652729. You can even download their app on iOS or Android.
So reach out, end the silence. Let's keep our fun, smiles, and laughter.
Unsportsmanlike conduct. Parents, 5-yard penalty. Third problem.
I think of a team that has obviously performed on the field, but I also think of the team that's performed off the field. But it's the excellent complement to everything else. We're gonna make you faster, we're gonna make you stronger, we're gonna make you more agile, but at the same time, we're gonna make you a better person. And you're gonna learn what achieving greatness is.
To be a Falcon track athlete means to always put forth your best effort in and out of season and never backing down to competition, no matter the opponent.
East Kentwood Track and Field has a tradition that's completely unmatched. It doesn't matter what sport, it doesn't matter what school you're talking about. We are the standard bearer for greatness, and we want you to be a member of that team.
Every year, Pepino donates $4,000 worth of scholarships every year to EK athletes
and fine arts students to continue furthering our successes on and off the field
and on and off the stage. We wanted to take this moment to thank Pepinos for their continued support
of East Kentwood High School athletics and fine arts programs like theaters, band, and more. Thank you, Pepinos.
Thank you, Pepinos.
Thank you, Pepinos.
Thank you, Pepinos.
Gotta Get It is a nonprofit organization that prioritizes education, creativity, and physical and mental health. We aim to cultivate resilience in youth and young adults so that they are equipped to be the change we need in our communities. We facilitate programs and coordinate projects that provide opportunities for young people to explore their interests, learn useful skills, cultivate social capital, and develop leadership skills in accordance with our mission to create a sense of urgency to accomplish unforeseen goals without making any excuses.
Falcon baseball.
All right, we are back here from Falcon Fieldhouse for what's to be a phenomenal second half between the Rockford Rams and the East Kentwood Falcons. I'm Alex Jarmo, and we are up top in the production club perch here, ready for a phenomenal second half. A lot of energy in the building here as the teams warmed up for the second half, and Falcons are going to start with the ball, going at the west basket. And at their student section, who have come out tonight all the way to the top of the bleachers. It's a great night here for Falcon Athletics and Falcon Basketball. RJ Chapman will start with the ball, and we'll get this going. Falcons with a 1-point lead. And it really has been a great first half. A lot of scoring, a lot of different people getting involved, and Jay Cook gets involved right off the bat in the second quarter, or in the third quarter, to start the second half scoring. Rockford will start with Gross, getting the offense organized at the top of the key. Also Eli Wolf in the game, Jace, and then both Bashkams, Jacob and Joshua, to round out the five for the Rams. Falcons start with Tabor, Sammy, Jay Cook, RJ Chapman, and Drew Kenye. Don't know if we're going to see C.J. Reynolds again in this game. I saw him walk off the court at the end of the first half. So the Falcons are going to have to go without him as R.J. Chapman starts the ball at the top of the key. Flips it over to Jay Cook, who ends up in the corner right in front of the Falcons bench. Three guys on one here. Jay Cook with a really tough shot. Airballs it out of the back of the rim. And deflected by Bashcom out to the Falcons. Falcons take the baseline out of bounds. Rams did a really good job defending the baseline here in the first half. They do a good job switching screens. They create turnovers there, and that's a problem for the Falcons. Sammy McCum trying to get in front of Bashcom. Out to Gross. Gross with a three-pointer, just a little short. RJ Chapman with the rebound, and the Falcons bring it up the floor. Chapman in the hole, avoids the contact, and then gets it tipped. Ball gets knocked around and then out to the Rams. Falcons have a 3-point lead with 6:30 to go in the third quarter. Can kind of feel a little bit of nervous tension in the air. Not a lot of sound coming out of the crowd right now. Everybody just kind of like watching those middle rounds in a fight. You're just trying to feel each other out here as this game stays deadlocked. One possession for a really long time here. Eli Wolf starts the offense for the Rams, goes baseline, gets it up off the back of the iron. Sammy McCung brings it down. Eli Wolf tries to get a deflection. Sammy goes right by him. Sammy all the way to the basket, just off the bottom of the rim. Off the Rams to the Falcons. Wow, back and forth we go. A lot of action, not a lot of scoring here. Rockford bench not happy with that out of bounds call. And the Falcons are going to have to solve this out of bounds because right now the Rams are doing a great job of keeping the Falcons from being able to inbound this. As Kenyi and Bashcom get tied up, they got to separate them a little bit. And they get it out, and there's a clean inbound to Drew, out to RJ Chapman. RJ starts the offense, back into Drew. Drew looks cross court, and then into Jackson Tabor. Great ball movement by the Falcons, and one. Jackson Tabor giving the Falcons some great minutes here. Tabor, a junior. And you can just tell, like, one of those young men who's just mature beyond his years when you have a conversation with him. Very, very mature, very focused on basketball and school. And just one of those guys in an environment like this where things are flying around and you got a really competitive game, someone you can lean on to kind of calm you down and get you into what you need to. Jackson with some great minutes for the Falcons here. 34-28 Falcons. Eli Wolf starts the offense for the Rams. Sammy McCung guarding Bashcom along the baseline. Bashcom up and can't get it to go. Tipped up and in. Rams get the first two of the second half. Out quick to Jay Cook. Jay Cook gets the runner to go. Wow. From my angle, it didn't really look like he was going to have an easy time getting that layup up and in, and he found a way. 6-point lead for the Falcons. Rams start with the ball. Eli Wolf again. Eli Wolf over to Joshua. Ball gets tied up. It looks like it's going to be a jump ball. Possession Rams. And the Rams are going to take the ball out of bounds. Falcons in man-to-man defense here at the baseline out of bounds. Looking to, don't switch anything. They end up on their guys, which is really, really good. Rockford was looking for a matchup on the inside. Doesn't get it. Jace for a three. Little short. Rebound. Drew Kenyi out to RJ Chapman. And the Falcons with some pace moving down the floor. RJ resets the offense here. Quick ball screen from Drew Kenyi and a roll. Falcons with some time here. 4:36 to go in the first half. Jay Cook right by Bashcom and in. Jay Cook with a phenomenal start to this second half. Really, really good for the Falcons. We'll come back in just a moment here from Falcon Fieldhouse.
Unsportsmanlike conduct. Parents, 5-yard penalty. Third problem.
All right, we are back here from Falcon Fieldhouse on this Tuesday evening with a phenomenal matchup for you. The 13-2 Rams, 13-1 Falcons. We got an 8-point game. Falcons start the third quarter strong, and with 4:26 to go in the third quarter, Falcons with no fouls in this second half and an 8-point lead. Rockford starts the offense, looking for a little ball movement, body movement. Eli Wolf out to the top, and he makes the three-pointer. A quick little set from the Rams out of that timeout. That's what you're looking for if you're going to call a timeout, just to reverse the momentum. Out to the baseline, Jay Cook again, feeling it. Can't get it to go. Quick rebound out to the Rams. Eli Wolf brings it down the court. Over to Pitch. Pitch can't handle it, and the Falcons are going to get the turnover. Drew Keny's going to inbound it to R.J. Chapman. The Falcons have kept this lineup almost the entire first half. It is Jay Cook, R.J. Chapman, Drew Kenny, Sammy McCung, and Jackson Tabor. I think Sammy and Jay Cook both have 2 fouls. Everybody else with 1, I believe. The Rams are going to set up in a 2-1-2. Kind of a, well, it looks like it's almost a full court press now. Not going to match it up. Falcons looking to get the ball in the middle of the court. Go middle, go opposite. That's what we always say. That's how you beat the press. There's the middle. There's the opposite. Drew Kenny with a 3. Can't get it to go. Great look from the Falcons out to the Rams. Keep doing that, and you'll get some good looks that'll go down. And Eli Wolf into Basham. Basham, no shot. Oh, and a block. Wow, that did not see that call coming. I was about to say Falcon ball there. Looked like Jackson had both feet down and he was out of the circle. And that, try not to get on the refs on the broadcast, but I don't know about that one. So Rockford going to inbound it. Little circle cut by Eli Wolf out to Basham. Basham back to Wolf. Wolf almost turns it over, and a quick foul by Jay Cook. That's going to be his 3rd. Jay having a really good game today, too. He's made some tough shots today, been really aggressive on offense. Done a good job on defense, guarding Eli Wolf at times. Always dangerous. And Rockford will start with Gross and Basham at the elbows. Quick screen over to Basham. Basham back to Gross. Gross into other Basham. And it is Jacob up and in for 2. Ball quickly to Jay Cook. Jay Cook gets by 1, gets by 2, and gets it to go. Man, Jay Cook having a great day. Some really, really difficult finishes, and that's what it's going to be like against a team like Rockford. You're going to have to make some tough shots. They play really good defense. You can execute your offense as much as you want. At some point, you're going to have to get a tough shot to go, as Eli Wolf can't get that tough one to go. Ball comes out to Basham. Jump ball, Falcon basketball. Bodies just flying around here. That was a physical play by everybody involved. Glad to see that everybody got up from that one. That was a lot of contact all the way around. As Kari Lovelady comes into the game, Jackson Tabor going to hit the bench. Great minutes out of Jackson Tabor here for the Falcons as they bring in Kari to help break this press. Again, any sort of even press, extended, go middle, go opposite. That's what you want to do. Get someone to the middle of the court. Get that zone rotating. Kari flips it over to Drew Kenny. Drew Kenny back to Jay Cook. Jay Cook's going to set up the offense here and slow things down for the Falcons. Cook to Sammy. Sammy to Chapman. Chapman baseline, spins, and gets fouled and goes right into Jay Cook, or into Kari there. Wow, another kind of dangerous play. Couldn't get it to go, but he's going to get a chance to get both of those at the line. Some physical basketball in the third quarter. If the first quarter was all offense, second quarter was teams feeling it out with defense, third quarter's been physicality here. A lot of fighting for loose balls, a lot of fighting for rebounds. In a competitive game like this, every single loose ball matters, and these teams know it. Jacob Basham going to come out of the game for the Rams. RJ going to put up the second of 2 free throws, misses it. Ball rattles around and then out to the Rams. Josh Basham with some secondary break over to Harrison Snowyink. And Basham with the basket. Quick inbound for the Falcons. Kari Lovelady looking for somebody open, and they get it to Jay Cook. Out to Kenyi. Kenyi makes the easy bucket. And a great job by the Falcons breaking the press and finding a way to maintain a 6-point lead. We're going to go to a full timeout here, and we'll be right back from Falcon Fieldhouse.
Oh man, oh man, oh man, not again. Yeah, I learned the game from William Wesley, you can never check me. Back to back for the that didn't get the message. Back to back like I'm on the cover of Lethal Weapon. Back to back like I'm Jordan 96, 97. Whoa, very important and very pretentious. When I look back, I might be mad that I gave this attention. Yeah, but it's weighing heavy on my conscience. Yeah, and you left the boy no options. I wanna see my go insane.
It's a commitment.
1:30 left in the game, 6-point ball game. Falcons 43, Rams 37. Dylan Gross going to start the offense. Over to Basham. Basham can't get it to go. Drew Kenyon with the block out to Jay Cook. Jay Cook's going to start the offense here and slow it down for the Falcons. Wow, a little crossover by Jay. A really tough shot, and he gets it to go. How did he do it? Another tough shot by Jay Cook. He is absolutely feeling it right now, guys. Like, it is finish after finish that are just really difficult. And he's done a phenomenal job. Kari Lovelady guarding. Jace out to Eli Wolf. Eli Wolf makes the 3-man, and that's why they're 13-2, folks. Because right when you think the momentum is going the Falcons' way, the Rams hit a 3, and all of a sudden, the momentum feels like it switched a little. Kari Lovelady gets the foul. Sammy can't get the dunk to go because the foul was called on number 4, Jay Sapoku Agaiman. That's his first foul. He's going to come out of the game. Chase Pitch is going to come into the game. And Kari Lovelady is going to inbound. I thought he was shooting there, but it looks like it's going to be a baseline out of bounds call. So Kari to inbound. RJ and Jay on the outside, Sammy and Drew on the inside. Going to go straight up to Drew. Everybody had a chance at that one, and Drew somehow came up with it. And RJ Chapman's going to get the last shot of the first half. Looks like Rockford switches to a zone. A 2-high, 2-3 kind of extended up top zone. Looks like they're going to give some pressure to whoever flips it to the wing first. 3 seconds. RJ with the shot. Can't get it to go off the back of the iron. And that will end the third quarter here at Falcon Fieldhouse. Falcons 45, Rams 40. We'll be right back here from East Kentwood High School.
What's up, Falcon fans? It's your girl, Erica. And if you want to catch all the action from the sports, activities, and events happening at EK, then use the QR code to subscribe to Falcon News Network on YouTube and follow us on Instagram. Your support means so much to us, and we are excited to show you all of the amazing things happening at East Kentwood. Now, let's flip it back to the game.
Gallant gourds, grandiose grains, bountiful berries, stunning starches. These are the luscious fields cultivated by the EKHS Garden Club.
We are back here from Falcon Fieldhouse as we start the fourth and final quarter. Rockford Rams 40, East Kentwood Falcons 45. A great game. We thought it was going to be a great game, and it's delivered so far. And I'm sure we're going to get a great fourth quarter ahead. Eli Wolf starts the offense for the Rams. Falcons start with the possession arrow. Swings over to Bashcom. Wolf with a three. Can't get it to go off the back iron. RJ Chapman, rebound and out to Jay Cook. Rams in a man-to-man defense here to start this fourth quarter. Jay Sapaku guarding RJ. They switch. Dylan Gross guarding Jay Cook. Falcons just getting organized here. Got some time up 5. Don't have to go too quick. Perfectly happy to wait for the shot that they want. And Chapman gets all the way into the lane and called for a travel. Wow, and the Falcons are going to turn it over with 7:08 to go, 5-point game. And Falcons start with a little bit of pressure here to start the fourth quarter. Again, no fouls by either team with 1 minute in, and not very many fouls in the third quarter either. So that foul trouble we were talking about the first half might not accumulate into anything. Here, it looks like we're going to get lineups of whoever the coaches want here as the fourth quarter keeps going. And we're going to get a body call by Drew Kenny. Drew Kenny was able to get a piece of the ball, but it looks like they're going to call a block on number 4 for the Falcons. Bashcom going to go to the line. Jacob Bashcom to shoot 2 free throws. Makes the first 4-point game. And it's one of those things where when you get to this stage of the game, every single possession matters. You really want to make sure you got the right lineup on the floor. You're in the right offense. You're communicating with your team like, hey, it's going to get loud. When this situation happens, we're going to do this thing because it's going to be really hard to communicate. Just making sure all those T's are crossed, I's are dotted. I'm sure that's what they were talking about at the end of the third quarter here. And now it's a 3-point game to start the fourth. 6:40 on the clock. RJ Chapman gets to the middle. Again, whenever you're breaking those even front presses, middle opposite, great flip from Jay Cook out to Sammy McCung. Sammy with some great buckets around the rim today for the Falcons. Jackson Tabor guarding Jason Paku. Out to Dylan Gross. Flips it over. Eli Wolf. And another call is going to go against Drew Kenny. That's his 4th. So just when we said that foul trouble wasn't going to happen, Drew gets 2 quick ones. And now Falcons are going to go from a bigger lineup to a smaller lineup, and it's Kari for Drew. As the Falcons defend the baseline out of bounds. No switches again. Great job getting through those screens. Swings it around to Dylan Gross. Out to Eli Wolf. You know they were looking for a 3 from him, and he fills it up. Great job. Great movement. They've shown that baseline out of bounds play a few times where they're looking for an elevator out of Eli Wolf, and they got it. RJ Chapman with the ball down the floor here with 5:51 to go, and we got a 2-point ball game. Thank you for joining us here from East Kentwood High School. This is a fun one. RJ over to Kari. Kari over to Jay Cook. Jay Cook was going to keep the flow of that weave action, but then denied it. And RJ is going to take it up top here as the Falcons slow things down. Some real tension in the air right now. Not a whole lot of noise here in this crowd, and there's a lot of people here. And Jackson Tabor changes that with a 3 from the corner. Great job. Great ball movement by the Falcons. Great patience by the Falcons. Every possession matters right now, and that one the Falcons really, really benefited from. And Bashcom gets in the lane and finds a way to finish over Jackson Tabor, and Rockford's going to call a quick timeout here. And we'll be back in just a moment here from Falcon Fieldhouse.
What's up? What's up, Falcon fans? It's your girl, Erica. And if you want to catch all the action from the sports, activities, and events happening at EK, then use the QR code to subscribe to Falcon News Network on YouTube and follow us on Instagram. Your support means so much to us, and we are excited to show you all of the amazing things happening at East Kentwood. Now, let's flip it back to the game.
All right, we're back here from Falcon Fieldhouse, and both student sections rocking here, coming out of the break. 5:05 to go. Jackson Tabor just hit a big three, and then Rockford came back down and scored to make it a one-possession game. Again, a lot of this game has been played in a one-possession style where either team is up by 3 or down by 3. It's been highly contested, a physical ball game. A lot of guys diving on the ground for loose balls. A lot of fight over rebounds. You knew that both teams really wanted this one coming in. RJ Chapman gets in the lane, gets fouled, and a travel call before the foul. And the entire Falcon faithful is up. They do not like that one. And the Rams are going to take the ball out of bounds. Sammy McCung guarding Basham as he brings it up for the Rams. Yeah, it's been a back-and-forth game. We are looking for a great one coming down to the wire here. Great job by Jackson Tabor. Gets a tip, and ball goes out of bounds. Going to stay here with the Rams. Rams with 2 timeouts remaining. Falcons with 3. 2 fouls on the Falcons this quarter. No fouls on the Rams this quarter. So still 5 fouls away from the bonus. Just something to think about. Eli Wolf runs off the 3 and can't get it to go. It's a little bit long. Ball comes out to Basham. Flips it out to Gross, and Dylan Gross will reset the offense for the Rams. Over to Jace. Jace back to Dylan. Dylan in the lane. Looking for someone to pass it out to. Gets it back to Jace. Jace looking to drive. Can't get by Chapman. Ball comes out to Kari. Kari lets Wolf by him, and Wolf can't get it to go. Basham gets the rebound. Can't get it to go again. And a foul. Wow, what a sequence there. Foul is on Jackson Tabor. That's going to be his 3rd foul, but right now, with 3:57 left, if you want to keep him in the game, you probably do at this point with 3. Basham's going to go to the line to shoot 2. And Basham misses the first of 2. Long. Josh Basham with 1 free throw remaining. And Drew Kenyon with 4 fouls going to come back in the game. Falcons going to go with the bigger lineup. Drew in, Kari Lovelady out. 1 free throw to go here. The Rams with only 1 rebounder in the lane. Falcons with all 4. And Basham misses long again, out to RJ Chapman, and the lead remains 3 for the Falcons. Falcons looking for just a little bit of rhythm on offense. It's tough when you get late in this game because you're trying to get organized. You got to figure out what defense they're in, what matchups that you have, but at the same time, you got to try to get to the basket like that, and RJ Chapman does a great job. And just like that, the Falcons have a 5-point lead with a chance to make it a 6-point lead. And Chapman's going to go to the line for a very big free throw. And the Falcons are going to sub Kari Lovelady in for Drew Kenyon for a little bit of defense, maybe a little bit of pressure. Thought it was going to be Jay Cook for a second, but he just walked over to Coach Thomas, getting some directions. And Chapman makes the free throw, and all of a sudden, it's a 6-point lead for the Falcons with 3:35 to go. a big possession here for both teams. Falcons can find a way to get a few more empty possessions, then you're starting to get into late game basketball. Rams with a wide open three from Eli Wolf, can't get it to go. Rebound comes out to Jason Paku, who gets in the lane looking for somebody. Almost traveled, back out to Wolf. Wolf can't get it, and a foul on Basham. Gonna be a rebounding foul on Basham. That's his fourth, I believe, according to the announcer. Again, I'm up in the top area of the gym, so I can't see the stat sheet, but I believe that is 4 on Basham. And the Falcons are looking to break the press here, coming out of bounds. And it looks like it's a quick press. And deflected by number 3, Chase Pitch out, and the Falcons will reset. It's going to be a quick trap press, a zone press out of the Rams. Falcons go right back to it, and RJ just splits it with the dribble. Not always the easiest thing to do against a zone press, but RJ finds a way, and Jay Cook turns it over. Eli Wolf all the way home. And just like that, 4-point game. Falcons inbound to Jay Cook. Having a little bit of trouble with this pressure right now. Just got to settle down. 3 timeouts left. So can use one whenever they want, and they get it over half court there a little bit easier. 4-point game. Not as much pressure from the Rams. Jay Cook ends up in the lane, gets fouled, and wow. Even though it was on the floor, he makes the shot still. I don't know if Jay Cook has put up a shot today that hasn't gone in, like every single one of them. Even when the play was all the way over, and the Falcons inbound. It's going to be R.J. Chapman to inbound, looking to get it to Drew Kenny. He gets it into him in the corner. Drew Kenny dribbles it out. Deflection by the Rams. Drew Kenny collects it, goes by him, and then one step charge by the Falcons, and that's going to end the night for Drew Kenny. That's going to be his 5th. And Kari Lovelady is going to come back in the game for the Falcons. Tough break for the Falcons. It looked like he had his feet down. The Falcon faithful here are not happy, but looked like a textbook charge. If you look at it again on tape, and the Rockford Rams are going to start with the ball. Eli Wolf dribbles through 2 ball screens. Gets it back to Dylan Gross. Dylan Gross working the top of the key area over to Basham. Basham back to Wolf. Wolf gets the ball screen from Basham, gets in the lane, gets fouled by Sammy McCung. And he's going to shoot 2 with 2:08 to go. Now, if you're the coach of the Falcons here, you got to figure out, are they going to come out with pressure again? It looks like they weren't going to the last time. So you got to figure out what you're going to do against that kind of half-court man defense that you've been seeing, as Wolf gets the front end of 2 shots, making it a 3-point game. Might not be a bad time right out of the baseline out of bounds here to just call a timeout, get everybody organized, get the lineup that you want in, deep breath, get everybody back to where they want to be. 3 timeouts left for the Falcons. They're going to inbound it out to RJ. RJ, Rams with pressure, gets it deflected. It gets deflected out to RJ, back to Jackson Tabor. Jackson Tabor dribbles it out. It gets tipped, and the Rams end up with it. And the Rams are going to go all the way to the basket and tie the ball game. Again, might be a good time for a timeout here for your Falcons. Jackson Tabor dribbles it out to Kari Lovelady, and he's going to start to get things settled down here. Rockford on a 6-point run. Once they started bringing this pressure, it's been all Rams, as Kari works against Eli Wolf, and Coach Thomas is going to call a timeout. Hold your breath, everybody. We got 1:30 to go. We are going to take a break and come right back to Falcon Fieldhouse, all tied up here from East Kentwood High School. All right, we're out of the full timeout here at Falcon Fieldhouse. And we got a great 1 minute and 30 seconds for everyone at home. 5 fouls for the Falcons, 3 fouls for the Rams. Means the Rams are in the bonus. Then the East Kentwood Falcons are going to inbound here. With 1:30, Kari Lovelady to inbound to R.J. Chapman. He lets it go into the backcourt, and the Falcons will reset and start the possession. Probably the biggest possession of the year for the Falcons. And Jay Cook takes it baseline, flips it out to Kari. Kari, three-pointer up. And a call on the ground. It's going to be on number 5, Eli Wolf, on Jackson Tabor. Kind of a hook call. And Kari Lovelady is going to take the ball out of bounds. 4th foul on the Rams. So now both teams are going to be shooting the rest of the day, any foul. Baseline out of bounds for the Falcons. They get it out to RJ. Nice little pressure release baseline out of bounds there. Kind of a screen the screener. Or just kind of a rub play to get RJ open. And the Rams are going to try to add some pressure here on defense. RJ gets by the pressure, gets it deflected. Tries to get it up and in, can't get it to go. Basham with the rebound, out to Eli Wolf. Eli Wolf gets a foul called. And Eli Wolf is going to shoot 2 free throws here to get the lead back for the Falcons, or for the Rams. And now if you're the Falcons, you got 2 timeouts. You're starting to think, okay, we're going to have to go maybe a little bit quicker. We got the 5 fouls, so we're going to be able to send them to the line, but we're going to have to go a little bit faster here because Rockford with an 8-point run, and Rockford's going to call a full timeout here as we will rejoin you from Falcon Fieldhouse in just a moment. We'll be back from East Kentwood High School. Back from Falcon Fieldhouse here with 53.5 seconds to go on the clock. The Rams lead the Falcons 55-53. Kari Lovelady going to inbound it for the Falcons out to R.J. Chapman. And we're going to get the biggest possession of the season here for the Falcons coming up. Got to find a way to convert here, or you start to get into late game foul situation. Got to find a way to convert. Jay Cook goes baseline, gets it up and in, and we got a tie ball game and a timeout by Mike Thomas just like that. And that's going to be a, can't tell yet, full timeout. We will be back here from Falcon.
Every year, Pepino
is 55-55. Just like the last game, going to come right down to the wire. 41.8 seconds left on the clock. Rams to inbound, out to Basham, guarded by Jackson Tabor. Sammy McCung guarding Basham. 30 seconds left on the clock. Looks like Rockford's going to try to hold for the last shot. Sammy McCung trying to get that 5-second call as Basham goes in and out there to make sure that the referee doesn't keep counting. Again, 5 seconds is how long you get to dribble if you're being defended. If it's determined that you're being defended. Ball comes out to Sammy McCung, and the Falcons are going to get the last shot. 8 seconds left. 7, 6, 5. Jay Cook can't get it to go. Out to Jace. Jace gets it with no time on the clock. And the Rockford Rams